All right, welcome aboard, everyone. It's Albert Kaufman. I'm here to talk you through some tips and tricks and sort of a continuation of our session from last week about how to use email marketing and a little bit about some of the features that are in Constant Contact, which is what I'll be sharing. I've been teaching classes on email marketing and social media and digital marketing for the last 16 years. I've learned a few things. I'm still learning. For anyone that seems an expert out there, it's just a constantly changing field and constantly evolving art form, really. And so every day when I use this tool, I learn new things. And so if you think that you're going to, acquire a tool and then that'll be that and you'll be done with it, unfortunately or fortunately, that's not really the way this works. So get ready to learn today. I'll share with you a few ideas and processes that I think are valuable to know about. These, as somebody mentioned to me yesterday, or actually they were asking a question, they wanted to know, whether or not these things are transferable. And I believe that they are. So, anything that I share with you today is probably something that is transferable to another platform. All right, and folks are introducing themselves. That's great. You're welcome to do that. And now let's just stop with that. And if you have questions, let's just leave it to questions for the chat. And again, you're also welcome to unmute yourself to ask questions. All right, well, without further ado, I think I'll go ahead and get started. Last week, we talked about kind of how you get started with an account, what are the first things you do. And this week, I'm going to talk a little bit more about sort of some of the more complex ideas. But actually, before we get there, I wanted to share with you just some things that I feel like I left out last week, which I think are important. And we're just going to go into create an email. Oh, good, Alice is coming. And I'm just going to go ahead and start from blank. And so last week, I talked about things like, for your own mind, you might want to title this with something relevant to your day, to your email that you're sending. But something that I didn't really share was just some simple things about how to kind of get started with your, with like the top of your email. So I'm just going to show a little bit of that. One of the pieces was personalization. So here is how you do that. And again, I want to go slow because I want you to pick up what I'm teaching. I want you to pick up what I'm laying down. And if I go too fast, or you want me to see me do it again, or if you have a question, again, put that in the chat, or feel free to unmute yourself and just ask me. Anyway, so back to this right here. Here's where you click on insert and then the greeting tag. I may have shown this last week, but I just wanted to share, you might have a different way of saying hello. You might want to say something different depending on what day it is. So this is a little bit of what you can do here. I mean, you can also use first and last name. You can change things around it as well. If you hear my mouse clicking, it's just because someone new is coming into the group. So there we are, have that. And then what you would do after that is hit the return key a couple of times. Let's see, why am I was going to just, the way okay, there we go. So then you would bring in the return key. Now I'm going to grab some text from the thing that I've been putting in the chat. And you can see here, one thing I could do is I could take the text and I can bump up the font. I can change the font if I want to. I can change the color of the font if I want to. I can also give it this whole thing a background if I wanted to. I can bold, italicize, underline, and there's more choices throughout here. One of the things that I left out last week that I wanted to share with you is this little fun piece here. Before I go there, though, let's just quickly show off. Okay, so I can indent things. That's useful. I can put things into a centered format. Personally, I always recommend people going to a left justified format and not using any of the others of these generally, especially because of how things show up on a mobile phone, which is how many people look at email marketing. Also, while I'm here, I might as well say this is also why I choose a large font, because if you're looking at an email on a phone and you look at it at a 12 or 10-point font, can be very difficult to read, and most people don't really know how to bump up their font on their phone, or they may just not want to bother, and so they'll just skip your whole email until either they get home or they might just skip it altogether. Another nice feature is just being able to make a numbered list or make a bulleted list. One other wonderful feature in this particular program, Constant Contact, is the ability to go backwards. So you can just go backwards and forwards to your heart's content. I really love that. Now, the final thing that I wanted to share with you here is this, well, actually probably not final, but this piece right here. And this allows you to change the line height. And for ease of reading, there's nothing like spreading your text out a little bit. So that's all of these 2 minutes just to get to that one point. I really wanted to share that with you. But since we're here, actually, why don't we just go in and we'll just check out a couple other things that you can do. You can, for instance, make a link here. That would be this. Now I can link to all sorts of different things. I can link to a phone number. I can link to an email address. I can link to a document that I've uploaded, and I can link to a web page. So let's just use a web page for right now. I'm going to show you a really fun trick slash feature of this program. Here I am linking to this particular link, which is a landing page about how to use Constant Contact. I put that in the chat, by the way. I highly recommend everybody click on that and sign up, because you'll hear about future classes and you'll see a bit of what else I'm going to be showing off today, which is landing pages and sign up forms, things like that. So, but here I am inside the newsletter. I'm putting this link. I'm leading people to this link, which is my thank you note that people get to if they go to this link. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to click on Enable Click Segmentation. And what this does is allows me to add somebody to a different list. So let's say I want to add them to new list. So they're going to go here. They're going to actually, they're not going to go here. They're just going to click on this link. They're going to end up at this page, and then they're going to be added to this list. Now what this does is segments the list. And this is a very powerful feature. There's also adding dynamic variables here. I don't think I'm going to go into that. I'll click on it just so we can see what that's about. Anyway, it goes to a knowledge base article. So I'm not going to go deeply into that, but it's also a very powerful tool as well. Anyway, and also I could even create a new list right from this spot if I wanted to, as I'm thinking of it. Oh, I want to create a new list of people who are left-handed, whatever your new list is. So now if I click on Insert, I can also turn that list purple. I'm sorry, turn that link purple. and you can see how that works. So those are just a few of the possibilities of things that are available here. Also, I can do things like add in a view as a web page link. And what this does is it makes the email, if someone clicks on this, that will lead them to look at the page as an archived web link, an archived web page, which is fantastic. A lot of people are always wondering, do I need a website? With a newsletter that's archived as a web page, that can be a website. I could be designing right now a website. Just made my second cup of coffee today. So that's a view as a web page link. There it is right there. I probably wouldn't put that right in the middle of my text, but I just wanted to show you where it lives in this whole collection of things. All right. So we talked last week a lot about all the rest of the different features that are in here. And I think I'm going to skip past all of that now, and I'm going to shift gears to go to more of what I wanted to talk to today. So Bob asked, does Constant Contact have any other features besides email, such as note-taking? Not really note-taking, but it certainly has a lot of other features. When I click on marketing, for instance, I get all sorts of different kinds of campaigns that I can create. So automations, events, there's a whole event marketing tool where, like, for instance, today's event, I could have been running through an event marketing tool. I could have been collecting money. I could have been selling t-shirts, all sorts of different things. I can run ads from here. I can create landing pages and sign-up forms. I can create an SMS list and have people sign up to give me their phone numbers. And I've actually just recently done this, created an SMS list, which is a text list for people who might want to join me for a movie. And so far, I've used it twice. The text goes out to 20 people, and then they meet me at the movie or they don't meet me at the movie. But I'm still getting used to how that works. I can post out to social media. I can also create surveys. There's lots and lots more to this program than even all of that, but those are kind of the main places that most people come. But what I wanted to go focus on next is sign-up forms. So let's see, I think somebody posted in chat. Let's see, does it avoid you ending up in the spam folder, says Denise. No email marketing program is going to completely end up keeping your email from someone else's spam folder. But what the email marketing programs are good for is that their servers are trusted and respected by other servers on the web. And so your email has a much higher likelihood of landing in the place that you're intending it to. That is opposed to, let's say, just using Gmail, your Gmail account to send out to 100 people at a time. If you do that for very long, eventually your emails will all start ending up in the spam folder. So hopefully that is the answer to that question. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and create a sign-up form. And now I'm remembering, so I actually want to create, I'm going to switch accounts because I actually want to sort of do work while we're talking. So these are, here is, first we're going to start with contacts. We're going to go to lists. And I'm going to go ahead and create a list. And it's going to be called Song a Day 3. Because this is the third time that I've done this particular dance or song. All right, next up, I'm going to create a sign-up form. For folks who are just arriving, here are a couple links for you. Feel free to use them at your discretion, particularly that first one. It's not showing up exactly correctly in the chat here. I don't know why. but feel free to adjust it and use it as it's meant to be used. Okay, so here I am at creating a sign-up form. You can see all the different sign-up forms that I already have going on. So these are some sign-up forms that happen. This is an inline form. This is a pop-up form. If you go out to my website, albertideation.com, you'll see this pop-up form happen. It says it's inactive. I'm not really sure why, but why is that inactive? Activate. Hopefully, I'm not sure why that would be inactive. Anyway, I just created this one yesterday, and actually I didn't create it yesterday, I updated it yesterday, but you can see that these, pop-up forms work. Pop-up forms or sign-up forms, landing pages, they all, have some sort of response to them. The one I just talked about the other day about movies, 66 people have been to it. 27 people have submitted. And so, yeah, you can just sort of see a little bit of the one that I keep encouraging people to go to. The 723 people have been to. And then I've got this other one that about political humor. A lot of people have been to that. All right, so creating a sign-up form. I am going to just create what's called a sign-up landing page, because this is a link that I'm going to end up sending out to folks to sign up for this series that I'm creating. So we'll call this Song a Day 3, and I'm going to go ahead and grab an image from my image gallery. And we'll take this one. Now, when I originally created this image, I thought, oh, this is going to be forever, but I don't think it's going to be forever. So let's do something. I'll show you how one might adjust that. So here we have the image, and I can click on edit, and let's say I want to edit this. Let's see. How about some hearts? What will that do? Oh, that's kind of fun. It's not exactly what I had in mind. So okay, maybe stickers? The shapes? Yeah. I'm going down a little bit of a rabbit hole here, I will admit, but maybe this isn't the best use of our time. I just wanted to get rid of the word forever, but that's a little bit too much. So why don't we just skip all this? And we'll just use that image for now. So here you have some text. Just like with the email before, I can change, anything about this that I want to. I can change what it actually says. I could actually make this a link if I wanted to. Again, I can change this text as well. And then next up, I do like to ask for people's first names. And first, actually, we need to select a list that is going to receive, anybody that signs up for this will receive new emails from Song a Day 3. By the way, again, if I'm going too fast or if you're confused at all, please let me know. And I haven't taken a break yet. Usually I do take a break, but I figured I'll just charge right along. So actually, first name, I do want to make that a required field. Last name, I actually don't need, or I'm not going to ask for people's last name. But what I am going to add in here is something that I always do is add people's birthday. And I do this because I have a birthday list and I like for people to sign up for that or just to be added to it if they want to. I like to change the button color. So there you have it. There's a really simple sign up form. So, and I'm asking for people's email address, their first name, and their birthday. Excuse me. And then after I'm done with that part, there's more things I could do. I could create, I could add an outer background. Let's say I'll make it green, and or maybe I'll just add some stones. Now I'm going to go ahead and click on continue. Again, I'll probably just use the same image, or yeah, I'll just use the same image. But maybe here would be a place to, say thank you. Thanks for signing up or something like that. I mean, that's what the text here says. And then, it's got a little bit more text. This could be a place also to add in my social media accounts for people to follow. It could be a place to add an article. It could be a place to encourage people to share this. There's all sorts of things that I could do at this point to add, to encourage people to take some further action. Oftentimes, like I'll have sign up for Constant Contact here, or sign up for some other list that I'm doing. So now I've created that sign up form. I'll go ahead and click on continue. And now you can see what the preview of it looks like. You can see what this is for sharing it on social media. So like that, I might customize the URL just by adding a little bit of info at the end of it. And then I click on continue, click on activate. And now my sign up form is live. And from there, I will go ahead and share this link with you. And if you want to test that out, you can see what I just created. And it's not, or you can just watch me do it. Now, if I click on that link, it brings me to this landing page. And then if I or someone else signs up, I'll just get my birthday for right now. I'll click on sign up. I get to the thank you page and we're all done. Now what would be really snazzy is if from here, I brought someone back to my website, or I brought them their first song. Like the first song could have been included in the thank you note, or here's a little teaser or something like that. But anyway, so that seems like a good place to take a moment and take a pause and see if anyone has any questions. If you have any questions, feel free to unmute, or if you want to ask a question in the chat, you're welcome to. From here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share the next step in this process, which would be making a welcome email for somebody who signs up for this list via this sign up form. Okay, I'm not seeing any questions, so I'll just go ahead and continue. So next up, like I said, we would go to automations. And this is just going to be probably take about 5 minutes for anyone who's curious. So here are the different paths that are suggested. You can have a thank you series, a welcome series. I think right now, well, I think this is, any one of these will work. So I'll just click on Welcome Series. And we'll call it a Welcome Nurture Series. And now I'm going to start down that road. And what we're doing here is the person is going to, the person who joins this list, Song of Day 3, they will, so someone submits Song of Day 3, someone joins that list. Then let's say I'll add a time delay, or I guess ideally it would just be immediate, but I'm not going to wait a week. I would wait, let's say, a minute, or ideally, really, it would just be instantaneous. And now I would send an email. Hold on, I'll check and see what you got there in the chat. I see somebody added something. Yes, I will be sharing a recording of this call on Alignable and also via my newsletter. So if you've signed up for any of the things that I posted in the chat, you should get word about this recording, the recording of this. Okay, so next up, they should get an email. I'm going to say, let's say it's called Song a Day Welcome, because this will be their first email that they would get. My intention is to have them get a lot of emails, potentially forever. Here is the subject line. Here is the pre-header. I'm not going to change those, but you can imagine the kinds of things you might say. Here I might change it to the Song a Day image that I've been using. And now we're back to basically an email. Look at this. So they've given us all sorts of information to work with if we wanted to. But basically this would be, this would be my welcome to somebody who decided that they want to join Song a Day. So here they are. And, herein I could again, include a video maybe of a song. So I might throw that in there and say, this will be your first song. Let's see, I know I've got a YouTube here, so I'll just put that in there, even though it's not, this is actually not a song, but it is a YouTube, so that'll work. And then I will insert that, might make it bigger. I might say more information, hello and welcome, and you're about to get a new song each day. Thanks for being here. Here are some other things you should know about, blah, blah, blah. And then I would click on Save and Close. And then if I click on Activate, this whole thing gets started. But the next step after that is, so the welcome email went, then I'm going to probably send them a second one. In one day, I'm going to send them a next email. And this is really fun. So if I click on this, it's already prepared an email for me. But what I could also do instead is use, I can go out probably for the third email in this chain, or fourth or fifth or whatever. I would start to copy the emails from day to day. So that's just how that works. So now if I click on Activate, then this Welcome Nurture series is created. And obviously it's not ready for prime time. I'm going to go back in and do some more editing. But you can see how it works. And then you could see also what the what the reporting looks like. So all of that to say, okay, I've been talking for a half hour. That's probably plenty. So once again, if you have questions, this would be a great time to ask them. I know that was a lot, and it probably was faster than what I was intending, but that is basically how you set up a sign up form and then an automated welcome. But not only just an automated welcome, but potentially an automated welcome series. So maybe you can imagine in your business how that might play out. You might, start with a welcome email, thanks for joining the list. And then the second email might be, here's product or service A that I do. The second one might be, here's product B or service B that I do, or we're having a sale, or, whatever it is. But there's a really great way of sharing what it is that you do with people who have shown some interest. And what I didn't really talk about is that these automations and your website and all of social media are really ways to bring people into these different paths. And you probably heard about funnels. There's something out there called ClickFunnels. This is basically that. And so it's all within one program too, which is really nice, because then you can continually, market to the people who have shown interest. So if someone comes out to my website and they sign up for one of my email lists, they're going to come into a welcome series via a sign up form, and then they'll be in the welcome series, and then they'll stay for as long as they want to. And they might write me back one day and say, hey, I'm ready to get started with email marketing, or hey, I really like that song you shared, or hey, whatever it is that triggers somebody to respond back. So anyway, that's what I have for you today. I will go ahead and pause the recording, but thanks a lot for being with me today.